Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XI Online. In the last episode, we made our way to Arapago Reef and then made our way onto the Black Coffin, where we had to fight a bunch of undead with Gesho, and we met the leader on the ship. We don't really know much about what's going on there. We were then summarily ejected back to Nashmal, and then we needed to head back and report to Nada Salahim, who then informed us that we have been invited to an audience with the Empress at the palace. And so we needed to then dress the part, and so we went through a bunch of outfits we could potentially wear, found one that would work, and then headed to the palace where we received our audience with the Empress, got our reward, and Naja summarily confiscated it. And then after that, we went and picked up Gesho's trust. So, we then needed to wait a game day and then talk to Nada Salahim again. Which it's definitely been a game day, because it's been many real life days since my last recording, so we should be good to go ahead and head in here and talk to Naja and get back to it. Or it'll just trigger a cutscene as soon as we enter the place. Is she still getting ready? How could she still be getting ready? She must still be getting ready. I really don't think the Ambasador Plenipotentiary from Windurst will have time to talk shop the moment she sets foot in Elzabi. Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Windurst, you say? Tsuna, excellent timing. You must help me convince President Naja to speed up her preparations. At this rate, we'll miss the Ambassador's arrival. Abkuba. Yes, ma'am. How do I look from the back? Is everything tucked in and tied up? Yes, ma'am. Just perfect. Okay, now we must get a move on. You in a hurry? Well, the Ambassador, I thought we should at least be present when she arrives to make a good impression. Well. Looks like some of my business sense is finally rubbing off on you. Were you thinking I just wanted to get a glimpse of those Cardians Ibwam's been writing to us about from Windurst? No, ma'am. That would be like comparing Plumba to dragons. Plumba? A simple-minded variety of turtle that inhabits the lakes and marshes of the Near East. Okay, then. Those inferior contraptions wouldn't hold a candle to the automatons of Urgen, especially masterpieces like Neijing. Neijing? The partner to that puffed-up puppet, Ovjang. You gotta wonder how the palace picks its puppeteers. Oh, and she's wearing the crown. I see. President Naja, you might be overheard by the immortals. Those automatons belong to the previous emperor and empress. And the royal puppeteer is... But wait, don't leave without me. Not so long now. The charter ferry should be here soon. So which should I say is better? I was specifically forbidden to return to Windurst until I had the answer to that question. Oh no. If she's grown impatient enough to come to see for herself, then what might she do to me? It's a Cardian. Welcome. I trust you had a pleasant journey. I have breathlessly awaited your arrival. Oh my god, I gotta try and read Cardian. Ay. Your greeting is appreciated, Rodin Comden. Comedin? Rodin Comedin. My pleasure, King of Hearts. However, overlong greetings are a waste of time. This is enemy territory. Oh, and remember, this is enemy territory. That will do, King of Hearts. Rodin Comedin has been long in these parts. Dr. Shen, Lady Karababa. Lady Karababa, huh? Chan Toto? I hate to admit it when things are my fault. How silly of me to employ such a dolt. Oof, that was a rough one. The representatives of the city have come to greet you. So many important people with so little to do. Well, I have come as the ambassador for an entire nation. My very presence should be a cause for pomp and celebration. Dr. Shen, Lady Karababa, the adventurer in question is just over... Are you hard of hearing? This is enemy territory. Mind your tongue. This is a battle for information, and we stand in the center of our rival nation. Yes, ma'am. Alright, I'm not here. Welcome to the Empire of Oturgan. The Empress awaits you within the palace, Lady Karababa. This way, if you please. Your security is quite tight. We apologize for any inconvenience. And this is to protect me, am I right? Or could it be this nation stands in fear of me? We would never. Pay your obeisance. Hello. Did the puppet find a voice? Though I don't think its first utterance was a wise choice. Perhaps it is malfunctioning. I asked you to pay your obeisance. Most definitely malfunctioning. A soulless puppet should never have been compared to the Guardians. There, why don't you try your greeting again? I do not wish to repeat myself. Our nation has its own laws. Foreign visitors would do well to mind their tongues. It appears to be true that when they say that the further west you travel in Urgum, the less civilized people become. Do you consider yourself royalty now? This one may require a complete refitting. I am a king among the Guardians. You will tell me your rank. What did you say? Are you a 2? A 3? Perhaps even a jack? You... How dare you speak to us in that... Oh. I think I broke it. Speak to us. I'm such a fool. The Grand Vizier will be furious with me. What is the matter? Like I always say, crying won't solve anything. I know. Must be something I can do. Yes, Neijing was merely mimicking the Empress. Objang, would you please take Neijing up again? Or waken Neijing up again? If I must. Oh. What a fascinating contrivance, I must say. Do your automatons often break down in this way? No, Lady Karababa. This rarely... The wonderful guardians of my homeland, you see, are notoriously well made and quite problem-free. You must stop, Lady Karababa. It is obvious we cannot be compared to the junk like this. Impudence. Such sudden swing in performance. Such unreliable technology. Enough. Away with you. And where do you suggest I go? There is nothing but ocean behind me. Infuriating. They seem to have redirected their attention. That Guardian really makes my oil boil. I cannot forgive this insolence, Afma. I suppose. But they are honored guests of the Grand Vizier. How can you let them insult you so? It does not bother me. Neijing must be upset to the point of tears. That king of haughtiness needs to be taught a lesson. There must be something... I have an idea. An idea? Listen, Ahmao. Whisper, whisper. We seem to have lost the puppet again. Is this the kind of welcome you provide for visitors to Ad Ergen? I apologize. This way, Lady Karababa. Hello, and I thought we were through. It appears my welcome is still to continue. Oh ho. So you resort to fists when words cannot win for you? Lady Karababa, this is clearly a case of self-defense. Permission to utilize physical force. Oh. Why, this is just part of the fun. I wouldn't dream of asking you to turn tail and run. Yes. Alright. Some endurance, but completely lacking in combat skill. And now my welcome has come to an end. A rather sad showing for an international friend. I expected tigers and marids and wildlife galore, not one giant puppet. This was really quite a bore. Once again, I apologize. Now, if you would just follow me to the palace, the Empress awaits. You know what? I don't think I will. I feel the need to spend some of my gil. What? Rodin Comedin. Yes, Lady Karababa? I wish to partake of some exotic sweets. Would you know where to find some delectable treats? Of course. There's a wonderful place just down this way. The clientele's a little varied, however. The stranger the better, as I always say. Come, King of Hearts, let us be on our way. But the Empress... An ambassador to your nation has just been assaulted by your automated vandal. This could lead to an international scandal. I acquire sweets to soothe my anger and forget this affront. You have no say in the matter, to be quite blunt. Sweets are best for the weary soul. Understood. During the voyage, the ocean spray dampened this Cardian's power. And still your vaunted automaton simply wilted like a flower. All dots. Jang, are you awake? By Afmao. Why couldn't Neijing say anything? Oh, she's wearing a red outfit. I'm sorry. Well, look, Jang. Come on, look. I changed my clothes. Changed your clothes? Oh. You're wearing the red outfit. If I wear this, no one will ever realize it's us. This means you finally decided to carry out your plan? Or carry out our plan? Yes, and this time I mean it. You know you're the only one I could ever lie to. I could never lie to. That's true. And we have to keep this completely secret from the Grand Vizier. Okay. Wonderful. And so, where are we going first? The Sharara... I feel terribly sleepy all of a sudden. I think I'll retire to my bedchamber. Now things are getting interesting. Well, that was a little more interesting than I expected. Not every day you get to see an international showdown. Now, the only problem is, how do I convince that ambassador that my mercenaries are superior to her pet puppet? When you get right down to it, my employees are a bunch of useless, no-good... Well, if it ain't second-class private tuna. What do you think of that puppet tussle? Did you find it amusing? Most certainly. Really? I don't have time for a layabout good-for-nothing louts just looking to entertain themselves. Stop fooling around and get back to work. Okay, then. Alright, well, we need to head to the Shawarat tea house. Alright, so is Shantoto or Karababa here? It's Gesho. And, Chalvialse. The Ambassador Plenipotentiary has just arrived from Windurst. Are you sure it was a Windurstian ambassador? Yes, I saw her with my own eyes. The letter I received from Sir Raifal mentioned no current tension in the Middle Lands. Do you think it possible that Windurst seeks to form a separate alliance with Out-Ergen? I would not be concerned, Gesho. While the nations of Altana are not on the friendliest of terms, the bonds forged during the Great War are not so easily broken. Do not underestimate the fickle hearts of mortals, especially those who are your economic rivals. And 20 years is a long time. This is merely my personal analysis. Despite being separated by an ocean, Windurst is the closest nation to the Empire of Out-Ergen. It is a nation most concerned with the intentions of her Near Eastern neighbors. I believe the decision to allow the passage of mercenary ferries was to have trusted adventurers shed some light on the many mysteries of this foreign land. My theory is correct. We can assume that the ambassador is also here to test the waters, so to speak. Your explanation holds merit. Not that I would have expected less from the right hand of the Golden Knight. Gesho, please. My apologies. I will accept your interpretation of the situation. In any case, you may expect another communication from Sir Raifal on this matter very soon. Glad am I to hear that. I eagerly await word from our mutual friend. My lord is of the same mind. In an effort to emulate your elegant Eastern characters, Sir Raifal has begun penning his correspondence in a unique style. I am most flattered. Unfortunately, the Monarlay is having a harder time than usual when deciphering official documents. I do admire Sir Raifal. He truly is an outstanding soldier among a nation famed for its military might. If you would deceive your enemies, you must first begin with your allies, yes? By creating this code-like style of writing, he has constructed a perfect foil to potential conspiracies. I do not think that is the reason. No, he just sucks at writing. Greetings, Tuna. You have chosen a fine moment to arrive. Sir Travialse and I were just discussing the shifting winds of world politics over a pleasant cup of tea. Won't you join us? How does your work progress? Another matter has occupied me so fully that I have not set foot in Salahim Sentinels for quite some time. You must relate to me all the recent happenings. How does our president fare? We'll go with the AARI. What a piteous tale. They said that the great pile of gold pieces overflowing from the company coffers was exchanged for 100 chunks of platinum. And this pile of gold pieces was your confiscated reward? I must admit that when I first heard the tale, I thought perhaps the president was preparing to hand out our bonuses. Go with the truth behind contracts? This is an outrage. The sample contract President Naja presented me with, that was not your true signature? I'm afraid to say that I was duped just as you were. How did I face Sir Raifal after he warned me against Salahim's sentinels? Lift your head, Gesho. My lord was also tricked into signing a contract. You were both deceived by a cunning operator. That is true. Lady Tuna, we all share the same fate as our colleagues. Oh, we must support each other through the times ahead. And the audience of the Empress. I have no words to express my feelings. I myself recently had insurance fees deducted from my pay. I secretly wondered if perhaps these funds did not go toward our president's personal expenditures. I'm ashamed at my own lack of certainty. However, she does know how to multiply her profits. Should we merely accept these deductions as part of a mercenary company concerned with providing a secure future for aging employees? I'm done. We're the very soul of patience and perseverance. I, too, am inspired by your stoicism. I must not lament the hand I have been dealt, but stand up and carry out my duty. And so I beg your leave. Oh, this is Chal. Sir, Travialse, may we meet again. Now, I have some tales for your ears alone. These past days, I have wandered from far from the city into Beastmen territory. I undertook no mission, but merely wished to see the lay of the land. I trust you'll keep this indiscretion secret from President Naja. Now, which Beastmen territory would you like to hear about? I guess we'll start with Mamuk. It was some days past. It was like, some days past. I was hiking through the Wajom woodlands when I had the misfortune to be captured by a scouting party and dragged off to Mamuk. The city is built deep within a lush forest, which reminded me of the red-leafed foliage of my homeland. Believing that my life would be forfeit when they at last found the mercenary badge upon my person, I began composing my final words. A trial was held, but when a sage Lord Molalja inspected my hands and feet, he granted me my freedom, saying the scales on my limbs made us beastmen kin. He then went so far as to invite me into his home. When I began to speak more freely, I realized the Sage Lord was as concerned for the fate of his homeland as I was for mine. Night faded to morning as we discussed a great many subjects. One of the more interesting topics concerned the astral candescence. Sage Lord Molalja believed the Empire's purported reasons for holding the candescence to be false, that Ut-Urgan sought to use the treasure for military purposes. And when the Empire had mastered its use, he was convinced that nothing but catastrophe awaited the city of Mamuk. In other words, the Mamulja seek to claim the candescence more to prevent the Empire from achieving its goals than to gain the blessing of power that the treasure provides. He was careful not to reveal the source of his information, but I felt the plight of his people most keenly. What could be the truth behind the nature of the astral candescence and the Empire's designs? I wonder if remaining agents of the Empire is truly in our best interests. Now, which Beastman territory would you like to hear about? Okay, Halvung. Unfortunately, I've yet to visit the City of the Trolls. It is most certainly on the list of places I would like to explore in the very near future. Do you know the reason why? It may surprise you. The ghost ship. Be her name the Ashu Talif or the Black Coffin, it has been frequenting the port of Halvang. What could possibly connect the ghost ship with the trolls? I will seek my answers at the source. Why am I so concerned with the position of the Beastmen? This information greatly affects us mercenaries of the Empire. Should a dawn come when the spirits of the ghost ship and the mighty trolls join forces and assault Al-Zabi from both land and sea simultaneously, no matter how valiantly they fight, the serpent generals and mercenary forces will be hard-pressed to hold the city. No. Which Beastman territory like you hear about? Arapago Reef. I have been to that place once since we boarded the ghost ship. More than the vessel herself, I am interested in the captain, Luzov. However, I was unable to investigate either this time. Lady Tuna, if those sailors have in fact returned from the grave after several hundred years, then might there not be some terrible will at work here? Even without these undead corsairs and armies of shambling corpses, even without the constant bloodshed on the Eastern Front, the borders of this nation are forever drenched in the stench of death. I wish to learn the truth. That is the only reason. I've exhausted my stock of tales for the moment. On my next journey... An attack? He got zapped. And he ninja'd out. Oh ho ho. Oh, it's Shantoto. I could have sworn I saw Yagudo here, sipping tea without a care. A pity, I was hoping for the chance to cast Flare. Oh, I seem to have found an adventurer. Shall I report to Lady Karababa? King of Hearts, you have no time to play. Hurry up now and do as I say. I had completely forgotten my mission. I shall be back momentarily. Sweet, sweet sweets for the weary. Oh dearie me, that one will be an overhaul. Will need an overhaul once we return to the monastery. Oh, who have we here? My mistake. Though the resemblance is near, an ambassador from our magical nation, I would not know a soul among the Ot-Urgan mercenary population. Oh, but this is just the thing. My local guide has a habit of disappearing. It really is quite tragic to be dependent on such a fool. Or perhaps you might prove a more reliable tool? If I have to. You'll do fine, I'm sure. No time for slacking. Let us begin the tour. You're familiar with the lay of the land, I presume. I wish to see the ruins known by the name of Uldum. Uldum. There are few in Windhurst who would recognize the name. It's the philosopher Ramu who has stolen all the fame. His legendary staff bears the moniker Uldum, you see. Ramu used it to manipulate lightning and electricity. Legend has it that he created tools and carts that moved on this power alone, though I wonder how many of these tales were set in stone. There is some truth to the stories I feel, and I mean to get to the bottom of this deal. There are rumors of such tools being dug up in the Adiwa subterrane. Could this technology be used to drive a Cardian's brain? Afmao. This is the Shararat tea house? Is this the Shararat tea house? Oh, Abjang, don't you remember coming here with the Grand Vizier? I did? What is that wonderful aroma? You wouldn't let me try any of the food for fear of upsetting my delicate stomach. And then you got in trouble for stuffing an entire halvasi into your mouth. Was that? It couldn't be. Oh, such a rich scent. I think my weariness finally got up and went. I had them grind the highest quality beans for you, Lady Karababa. As well you should. This sutlak pudding is also quite good. So soft and sweet, just like when I was young. This wonderful dessert just melts on the tongue. I could never mistake that laugh. Seeing her in the flesh brings my oil back to a boil. And to have her enjoying those wonderful sweets right before my eyes. The taste of things that I was never allowed to. That's it. She's going on my enemy for life list. You'll get no disagreement from me. Isn't that? Afmao, look over there. The Salahim Sentinel's mercenary? What was the name? Tuna? Yes, I remember her well. When Durstian ambassador and a mercenary, what could it mean? What could she possibly have to say to a mercenary? Can't hear a thing from here. I'm glad we were able to see her again. Listen to me, Objang. I'm going to try and get a little closer. Are you sure you can do it without being noticed? Why do you think we stopped by the Immortal Supply Room? Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. A pot of silent oil, huh? Oh, very clever. Let's go. You also brought the prism powder. Roger. So you see, by my calculations, a weak current passed through the central nervous system should improve a Cardian's reflex speed. By up to 3 times, or maybe more, should we have the need. That is why I need to analyze the insulation used in Old Doom artifacts. I do hate to work in nothing but abstracts. They're on the roof. Okay. So she's interested in the Old Doom civilization? The reason these puppets are so easy to maintain has much to do with those ruins and the secrets they contain. Oh. Ow. What is it? I can't hold on for much longer. It's okay. We can leave soon. We can go? What did you find out? Looks like the Ambassador and Tuna are going to travel to the ruins. I wonder which part. I'm going to... Did you understand my explanation? Because now Adiwa subterrane is our next destination. Of course, there is no such option as no. Gather your things and be ready to go. Maybe I'll follow them to the ruins. It should be a short trip. But until I find the best example of Uldum insulation, you'll be getting no tip. So that's what she's looking for. There are treasure-hunting beastmen lurking inside, so make sure to protect this fragile diplomat with your tough mercenary hide. How dare she bully Tuna around like that? Unacceptable. Tuna is my mercenary. The only one allowed to bully her is me. Okay then. Afmal, I can't hold on much longer. Alright, what on Vana'diel was that noise? Sounds like someone just lost her poise. My sensors do not detect any threat. It may have been a mouse or one of those Kikirin. Oh. Alright. That's a whole lot of cutscene. Alright, now we need to head out to Adiwa Subterrane and help out Karababa. That is out Wajom Woodlands. But I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and actually let me just double check if I want to end the episode here. Just a second. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, and then we will head to Adiwa Subterrane to see what's going on there when we come back for next episode. So for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.